Oh, that's fine.
Sangye Chudan Sogi Chonam Lai Chanchu Pardo Dani Kyabsunji Dagi Chishin Yebe Sonangi Galai Penje Sangye Rupa Sangye Chudan Sogi Chonam Lai Chanchu Pardo Dani Kyabsunji Dagi Jinso Yebe Sonangi Dolai Penje Sangye Rupa Sangye Chedan Sogi Chonam Chanchu Pardo Dani Kyabsunji Dagi Jinso Yebe Sonangi Dolai Penje Sangye Rupa
Now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha.
Kunso gele chawan dimbeku tayin duwere wakun so mali shi jishin jirido shagi zo de lang kui cha za. Dirin juya de lalan sudiminani da pagi jine de qablet diyores. Ngune jik pagi chen nemaji yonda mayon seyade ene semba zambo chanchu ki sem rimbochi gyule ke maki dang ate di gyule ke maki de zawa niji la rale diyores. Tendi digala kangala ne jik ngune che tondu nyangenda 아니 semla dikin dong인지 정인지 있나? 다음에 즉 니제라 냐면지야. 아니 장주기 semla 부지 유길게 코콜라 배워야 돼 개침벌스. 이 아니 배하게 탑람들라 다즉 탑 아니 배셈 치료도 모양와 셈 낭도 되네. 아니 셈 가기 지지도 내야 띵인진 두야 돼 개침을 차려야지.
So today we are discussing about the calm abiding meditation from the text 37 practices of Bodhisattva's way of life. And to practice good dharma or genuine dharma, one has to practice good heart and altruistic mind. And in order to generate these two positive mental quality, it depends on the compassion. To find genuine peace of mind, as mentioned before, one has to have compassion and altruistic mind, these two mental qualities. And to generate or to develop these two positive mental qualities, there are many different ways and techniques, and one of the main practice is to train your mind. That is, bring your mind inside, concentrate, single-pointed concentration, and not letting your mind wandering outside or scattering. That kind of mental practice is called single-pointed meditation.
Oda tindi indugala sem nando duini sem tsijiba tuba siyadela tingin zisi gore. Oda tindi tingin zin tubala tingin zindela thara mambuji gore. Ngone rimba mambuji chene yungu gore. Ani rimba ani pe thobo de yawar chabala tangbo ni le tangbo phage jine chotang ani jine ki yanla jine ki chot zula labwa de kechmbor te malabin ani pe chik lemsam phage nese thombo ki jine tubi zana yoya me ken chagores.
And in order to have that kind of mental practice, developing a single-pointed concentration, one needs to have an understanding of the calm abiding meditation. And there are many different levels of meditation, and it is of course difficult to go straight at the highest level. So one must start from the beginning, and for the beginners, one needs to understand about calm abiding meditation, and for that it has different stages of calm abiding meditation, and the different factors and conditions to fulfill in order to have a calm abiding meditation.
Oda tindi indugala dang mazu phage chik neze thombogi de yonga chabala tangponi nebe neze mabode labwa che neze mabode yonga chabala karagu arzana ta jinegi yela se gorta dela nebe jinegi yela am jinegi tho dela labwa de ke nenga cheche oda tindi malamna kyun kare arzana ani gyagar ki ani pendida tangoni choje bada edisha ngonita chik kongi nyamnyun thone sunsha gedala kare arzana lamdena ani kare sun arzana di lamdena la sunya dela ta kanji jine yalla nam nyampe raptumbe te gomche kyang lone tonra tagi kyang tingjin tubar mingiro zede jinle gi phage choam jine gi yalla te pha nyamra chine tela nyamne majiba chine ani chi lo gomgi na ta ngaran so le tangpo bala ka chi gore oda ting gomgi na lo tonra gomna te beze yong mare la ka chi ne tu min ba chine phage jinle yalla te so pe che du gomba ina ani ta lo tu dawa tu ne ni jiningo tu gures oda te sungwar de gaden chance ge yin nima sangin juware khong pe shor ne jugun du la phe ne du la jine tangbu tu bare oda khong yela manyam bar chine gome inza dawa tu ni jine tu se de sungwar oda tu chine kho tata chi cheba ina tui ki chebar yaw mare kansa ki chebar yaw mare oda phagi menga de tata ne tu mimba ji gwa de ke chembores.
And as mentioned before, to have good calm abiding meditation, one must have all factors and conditions needed for that kind of meditation, and many different branches or levels. Therefore, in the text, Lamp to the Illumination Path by Atisha, in that text, Atisha says that if you lacked factors and conditions needed for a calm abiding meditation, then even if you meditate 1,000 years, you won't be able to achieve single-pointed meditation. So what he is saying here is the importance of the factors and the conditions to need it in order to have a good calm abiding meditation. Otherwise, if you have all factors and conditions needed and then meditate, you can achieve this calm abiding meditation within 6 months. And example for this one is a monk from Ganden Changzhe Monastery, Genyima, and he left monastery and went to Bhutan for meditation, and he was considered believed that he achieved calm abiding meditation within 6 months. So if you have factors and conditions, all required necessities, then it doesn't matter what kind of person you are, faith, you can achieve this kind of meditation.
Keju Paponga de Jingboge, Sunshado, Lamrinamdola Chanala. Jine Yala Manyambachini, any Gomgina, Dawatuni, Jini 2 grace, Tachini Sundus. Patini Jini Yalatis, Chom Jini Yalatis. And also in the text, Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand by Paponga Rinpoche, he also very decisively mentioned that if you have all factors and conditions needed for calm abiding, then you will be able to achieve calm abiding meditation within 6 months. So today we are going to discuss about the what factors and conditions are needed for calm abiding meditation. Ani ngama chila thabre ngila thru logi de nyembo jires. Tesamgi ngazo phemba tu thugu razena phemba tu thugu amares. Arang bezu chide arang yule kebaje arang tela ne pe kaso thup thup chi phage 탑시 살데 수수 율레케바 조나 따테 랑라 닝고데 돈다데 투바레스.
They might have a lot of stories from the past practitioners that somebody achieved calm abiding meditation, but these stories are good to hear, like encouraging, but they don't serve the actual purpose. So what we need to do is, when you know the factors and conditions needed for calm abiding, you should kind of at least try and to adopt, these kind of practices and see whether, you can generate or develop this kind of meditation.
Gundana mochi tangi lashi nyingbe nala sunyores. Su enbe tombani tona Dela Sangi Chomden Jiten Ju Kobatu in Sigores. This Sudugala, Sangi Jiten Joyade, Semjing Itenri. Koba Sangi when Koba Mituya than Pemba Mituya, Sangi when Jay Omar, Tendi Pemba Mituya, Samlote Omar, Sangi 2 and Bay, Chik Semjan Tamjela Mi, Seva the Sangi Gula 2 year. Rang in Bezuchini, any bay. Jamni jeda susu diki de susu matuba ina sakin jidin koba de rangune matubare rangune labare rangune tholata bare oda tichba ina ta madi bare te indugala ta jine tubiya de susu ngune bezo jede chik tu matuba ina ani lugi rare te gezin ke yomare tezumchi.
Also in the text definite enumerations of wisdom by Kongdan Rinpoche. In that text also, author says that whoever realizes the emptiness has fulfilled the purpose of Buddha's coming to this world. So from Buddha's side, he's not lacking anything. He has compassion, wisdom, whatever help that we need. He has every positive qualifications. But if you don't practice, if you don't do the whatever has needed, then this is something lacking from your side. So likewise, in a calm abiding meditation, factors and conditions and is everything, facilities, whatever needed is there. But if you make an effort from your side, then past great histories about calm abiding meditation is not helpful.
Oda ngipezi jagos Pena do Kablin la, cha neag nipa yores. Yorde, do Kablin de la, pe, Kulim leagi, Hagi, Nice Menge, that still zonage, any Muizan is Serzonage, any Japan, tell to wars. Take do Kablin la, Seren Pagil Charlie and Nuba, Minduza Lana, then Digmar was. Karzana Korampe, Nuba the Charlie and Nuba Ramada, Ser the Mule and Nuba the Kolayomare. Then Argentina, any pair Sosugi, Pagi, Junden de Pagi, Susha Gode, Karzana, Azu, Ginomo Giadre. What that Tingins in Seade, she and Rabba Magina, Madruna, Nangi and what to be a mesore. Tinde Indica, she and Rabba Yongade, Numon Tenore. This year Tapshere. Tila, Bezu Mazutu, Gunimaje, Bezu Gunimaje, and his Yino, Tombachagor was, Kajade. But a tea, then go to American Kachares.
Just to give you a simple example, magnet, has a power to, attract or, like metal, not, steel or, other qualities, like silver or gold, so on and so forth. But, you can't kind of say that, magnet is not attaching to, steel, because, you can't use that statement as a, lacking ability of magnet, because that doesn't make a sense, So likewise, Buddha has taught his teaching. He gave his teaching, and his teachings, were meant to decrease or eliminate all delusions, all negative, emotions or defilements or afflictions, and he already taught what is needed. And single-pointed meditation here is meant to, to eliminate the delusions of, external. So they are, for the single-pointed meditation, there are external obstructions and internal obstructions. And in order to, kind of eliminate the external obstructions, you need to kind of bring your mind more focused. So single-pointed meditation is, the purpose of the single-pointed meditation is, not to have a mind wandering or scattering. And in order to achieve this kind of, single-pointed meditation, one need to make an effort.
Jumden the pass soon shall get it. Nothing Jenny, that Nyams lengua the kitchen brace. The Indugala, Jumden the sooner than around to Numusia the Tamsin Subare. What a Nyamlin Jade, Susi, you give new modish, Kandisi Jigitu. Kandisitella in pay, Nugitu. Take care you the Kandisi Kigitu. What tell them Bezucha, tell a Tapsi Tamper. They have not some digits in the Mohos and a Latin Japanese into your hair.
The point here is that if you want to achieve, a peace of mind or single-pointed meditation, one must stick to, Buddha's teaching. As mentioned before, Buddha's teaching is meant to eliminate, delusions or mental defilements or afflictions, and here, one need to understand. How, negative emotions generate in our mind, and how negative emotions or afflictions hurt us, how it doesn't give us, a peace of mind. And if you know this and then practice accordingly, you will, easily achieve peace of mind or happiness.
Around the late Tambuba. Tang morning, a money, ya, Dizo, Comba Mundo Sondeng, the Nina Nizukares. Tau Comba Masong is in one, Tunde Young Gina, Tandini Sheba Najin Jine, 가서 투두지 냠는 짓도나 야버려서.
So for practitioners who want to, practice calm abiding meditation, it is good to first, practice as much as you can of, these factors and conditions needed for this kind of meditation.
아니 지네스데 배 림바 털을 망보이 매아지데 지란치 삼당해요 말했어. 바기 루 가자게 바기 꼼바 림베 왕게 지네라네 배 네제 틀이 망보여레스 털면 망보여레스.
And the calm abiding meditation, just like there are many different levels of mental disposition of individual. Likewise, calm abiding meditation has different levels or stages.
오다 이제 밀라 제베도지. 오다 냠메가 뭐봐. 오다 즉 너기 말발로 싸와. 정말라마 종가바 첨부. 코란 소선지 이드베 오검 잡탄데. 네 거기 배 내세 톰보 그랬어. 이 가주 단다 가줄래 랭기레 비전에 갈라 가버렸어. 다 코나조 당보니 레 당부 콘소페 당보니 장산에 가르치 장이 이름바데 당부 장산데다 말토부 가사지기 오다 림바띠가네 루기르 마도 야 밀레 제베도 콘소고 곰 나신지 나서지나 요야 코나 요 말했어.
Great, practitioners like Milarepa, Gampopa, Marpa, and Lama Tsongkhapa, they have reached a very, high level of practices, and it is wrong for us to, say that I want to meditate just like Milarepa at this stage. But how we can then, learn from their practices is look at how they first, generate, or first they, look at the first stages of their practice, and then, you can, study or learn. Otherwise, person like me, it is impossible to have or to meditate same like, Milarepa, Gampopa, all these great practitioners.
총달 개바 인생인지 총자지다 미마타부지 총균이 딸 마장근지 총자베이나 아 파쪽에 딸등아 고이스는 요에 코나 요마르와 수장 요마르와 이나 텔 빠져 랑기 류기 파기 유에 파기 니바다서 총진도 총거라 파쪽 란데디 용투 마르와스 요가 개바쯤 전부지기 거기 류기 남줄때다 요가 균 마짱만 유지 류기 남줄더니 뱃다가 가가라와 띠난신이 와이즈는 요해 엄마와 야는 뱃 소수 니바던데 아니 배 가서 툭툭 뒤져 깨지 대 장고 거라 대나시 전에다 봐줘도 나신지 요해요 장톡 요해요 어떻게 든 집어지냐 그랬어.
Example would be if you see a person who is very, good in, jumping or high jump or long jump, without doing any practice, if you say that, I want his skill, just like I want to jump like him, it is, sort of impossible. You can jump, but you won't be able to, make, jump like, those who already, the person who has a good practice. You can't do, his level, and the same with the yoga practices. From the very beginning, without any practices, if you want to be, practitioners like your teacher or perfect yoga teacher, that is sort of almost impossible. You have to go through, a series of level, from the beginning. So here, what you can do is one way is, start from the beginning, practice according to your level, and then improve and develop.
어다더니 나다 레 당보비 지네 두드가라 지네게 소스데 subject to 지네 수는 것도 없어. 다 subject to데 tumbi 있네 바스. 바기 다레 당보바 바기 지네 두게 율데 배 tumbi 있네 바스데 배 다다지 게겐젠다가 맞은 바지 고바래. 는 도바 충충 고바래. 강사 땡기 강사데. 아니 직 초셰바지고 가래. 제고 솔라 아니베 직 초 마셰베 제바이나 델라 이행되는 둘진이 연구와 말해. 아니 저 몸에 둘진 빵바 알아거라. 안에 술좀 따바스. 게 전부 사거라. 술좀 생각나서 강조만주 제요 말해. 술좀 배 따보고 가래. 아니 너발라서베 남도 빵바스. 어다 도스제니 subject도 되래. 어다 tum비윤나 내 바세 되가라. 가를 간대지 그래. tum비율대 어다 너되겠네 바게 즉 율기 증이돼서 숨샤야래. 어다 되게 되래.
tum비윤냐 와지 니와 가르.
더빠충와.
숨바 초셔버려.
초셔버 숨바래. 자오맘이 든지 방바데 지바지 술좀 따바다 나바지. 더발라서바 남도 방바데 두바지.
And in the text, these 6 factors and conditions needed to, needed for calm abiding meditation practices. The first one is staying at the suitable place or the right place. That refers to the place where there is no obstructions for your practices. The second is having a less desire or attachment, and third is having a sense of contentment or having a sense of satisfaction. Fourth is avoiding too many activities, unnecessary activities. Fifth one is have a good discipline. Sixth is avoiding misconceptions.
Oda titu tela jini ki chotu usigar jini yela la bor lamde nala jini yela nam nyam pes oda rab tumbe te gomche kyam lone tonra ta gi kyam tingjin tu bar mi ke roz yela nyam se de dindi gi ene pe ta pe yela te nyam ba ina ni lo tonra ji gom ba ina ta jini tu mare se de ta yela te jini chotu tres.
These 6 factors and conditions are also considered as a part of calm abiding meditation. So in the text, they led to the path of illumination by Atisha when he says that if one lacks the factors and conditions or parts of the calm abiding meditation, then meditating for 1,000 years won't give you a good result. So here he's referring to these 6 factors or conditions or parts for calm abiding meditation.
Oda tenani tangbode tumbi yuna ne basigindela yulde kandishi gugore jine tu yulde oda dikache sheyong gores.
So the first one, when it says residing in a suitable place, so here we need to know what kind of place is talking about, which is needed for calm abiding meditation.
Dike chenpo chagaro yulde jesan ne emba tengwade ko yul kanju manjula jine di dugi me inza yul emba tengwade gyuden teres ngoma gyagala ina chik sina sanda tazan ne tabu na yugudo as tuchente gidi anu pele ina chik jim bage embe sanla ne gomba zurdu chene emba chene yugudo as ko chik bage Tataji, you'll Kavakasal Yungumea, the Tati thing yours.
And therefore, here comes the, staying away from, city or village, solitude, the practice of solitude, just, by oneself, stay in a quiet, peace place like in the forest or maybe in the cave. In past stories of the practitioners, you can see practitioners going away from and just practice quietly in a cave or forest.
Oda galden chanze genima rugi shina sala juru madan rugi timbudan tende gatsenang jumi doas jini rubiade.
And Gyanyima, the monk who achieved calm abiding meditation, came all the way up to Bhutan from South India, and in Bhutan he, spent his time practice in a very, up in the mountain, in the forest, not in cities or town.
Oda dusya. Ta tendi indugala tumbi yuna nebasa yuldela kandeji guguarasana. Ani ndode kenna. Lolden kanto tubi yuls. Pa ta ngoni lodel dembashige nebe jine kanto tubi yulde kandeji guguarasana. La par nyetan, nezantan, sazanwatan, trozantan, najur dewe yujel den zere sunyore. Ta te karla gore. La par nyetan sidugala ngaso jine tubu guare. Tubiyade mi yulde tere. Inaya jine tubala luit sogwar. Soya zel matemba, soya meso, le tamboa chiki. Wata tendi indiga, zego tuzu, pake nye chochi, le labo yungi, wata tendi je guguare, sade. La par nye tang sede. Ne zang tang sede, sa zangbo guguare, ne de zangbo. Ne zangbo sede karzana, pake njungwa, ane pe luile trebi, njungwa, ane pe silde nyemo. 하장 장소나 다음에 배 나자래게 하장 차소나 차외 경기 류를 맞춰 배지네 나자래게 보다 된디게 류를 초보 용해야 돼 아니 배 내장 보래 내장 세대 때 말에 라마 속이 찡기라 봐 랑기 야니 라마 야니 즉 덤바 두지 전 된디기 찡기라베 내들라 내장 보래 가르잖아 내대 찡기 간사 개발고 이게 찡기 랍셔나 또바케라 개발이요. 양 간사 개발와 문이 간사 돌된 텐디기 아니 네파 찡기 랍야 텐데 용고아래. 어다 텐디 이두가라 네 장보 세대 톰바 투지 첸다니 베 투젠데기 찡기 랍야. 야네 랑 투모마임베 소소이 람게위 싱이 찡기 랍야. 어다 텐디 주고 텐다 네 장보 세거레스.
So the place here, suitable place, in the sutra ornament text, the text says that, place in order to consider as a, suitable place for the calm abiding practitioners. The first qualification of the good place is easy to find, easy to find a livelihood. So here refers to, easy to find the basic necessity of life, like, food, water. And the second is good place. Here the good place refers to a place blessed by, Buddha or spiritual practitioners, or, some other, lamas. Because it makes a difference, a place which is already blessed by, practitioners or lamas or gurus, to practice on those places, it is more easier to develop, realizations.
다 사상보 세야 돼. 다 간지고 가르쳐. 다 사상보 세야 돼. 박이 즉 중에 아니 배 하장 차다나 류를 넣고 하래. 된디기 중화기 박이 실도 녀모. 어다 된디기 전선 속에 집밤에 봐. 아니 나자 중군 집밤에 봐. 어다 박이 어다 된디지고 가래. 하장 차다나 류를 차위 나자게 인가래. 수수 류긴 중화되다 치인 중화니 따다지 쳐봐야지나 류고도 대보용 거라. 그러나서 된디지 될라 된디배 사상보 시거래. 아니 운다 대배 춘다단 텐데 운다 첨보매 봐. 가르쳐는 띵진 두베데 샘데 찌지도 내고 와. 이라 직차 치생 운다 마보였나 샘데 치를 최초줘야래. 가란서 내용 가면 파 최초줘야래. 보다 텐데기 운다기 텐데기 첨보매긴 참 띵띵 지고 와. 보다 텐디 될라 아니배 사상보 시거래.
And third is good ground. Here, good ground refers to place, which is not extremely, not too hot, not too cold, weather-wise, basically suitable to your physical condition, and or place which also doesn't have any loud noises of like waterfall or wind, because as a beginner it is very easy to scatter your mind. So therefore, quiet place is necessary.
Order those shit. That drawing city, Sazamata, drawing down. Drawing was in the Rangi, Yani, Idam Chipa, Lama Chipa, Kanchi, Chutubala, Pe, Chick, Tindi, Mendegi. And Lama Matumbaina, Tambo, demonstrated and you Lame Pagi, Chiti Lama like Kenji Chingdena, Tus Chi on the Gala, Yan Chindigomar, the Indigala, draw Zampos in the Chutubala Pagi, Lokatumba, draw Zampor.
Fourth factor or condition is good company, or say simply good friend, or so it is good if you have practitioners practicing with you who has the same spiritual teacher, who has the same meditational deity, who has the same spiritual guidance. Then there is more chance to have a longer and better practice.
Indeed, the lot draw there. Mena, Susu Pumbu data, Karina ko, Gun Capture Shadio, Kurang Pumbu Kurangwini, Nacho, Tacho, Made, Yungware. Oda, Chick draw Unimena, Yantini Nazale du Galatini, Tangamen, any bay, Pumbundoring Yangayore. Indeed, the Gala, draw sooner Manuji, Gure, Sunare, Tina Sundu. Oda Tendi Judala, Madana, Dunzio Ayore. Oda Tendi Trote, Chick Logatumbache. In Najur Devi Yuches, Najur Devi Yuchetela Karagua. Tamaranzu, Chick Pagi Sam Tendi Gine to the Gala, Ginegi, Gomdende, Yabuj Guare. Getos Toche, Duntos of Mache. What are those chin dena? Any Louis de Chizamji Dung to the Sandungre, Sanduna, and if Pagi Gomde Sanguyabu Umguar, then Capariores.
Next is also a company or having a friend is considered as the most safe for the beginners. Otherwise, body or this aggregate by itself is not reliable. In a solitude place might get illness, sick. So, but it also says that more than three at most is enough. More than three, it might cause destruction. Next qualification is the needed facilities for the practitioner. For this, first one is meditation cushion, and
Gomdende Gatos Touch, Dundos March.
The cushion, the shape of the cushion, the front side should be a little lower than the back side, and the meditationer should be, sitting straight back.
Dindena Sadin Rumbochar, Sanduna Lungual Pengiores, Lung Chisam Gu Cherepe, Pagi Chick Topake Lela Yores.
Heaving back straight, makes your wind channel or nervous runs more smoothly, better, and that helps for meditational. That helps concentration of the meditation.
Tan Duinaya Pagi Jazenzin Tendina Duane should be Shing Dami Jens Kachayores. Shing de la Shinti Imbala Be Pagi Gomden Otela Dami Yona Lung di Gune, any Shing the Mirror Pendoyores, then Mirror Pendoyores. What that Tendi Tuna Yabores.
In the discipline text for the monks, the text also says that if the place has a moist or it's not totally dry, then one can also use a small wood frame so that it will keep your meditation cushion dry and safe.
Oda tindi dende ola sak kusha mangbu yena goduzu kila du stane chokangane go kila tanje es gomde otela sak kusha jana yabo yores sak kusha jana karjana tipta misawe no ba yongu mare tipgi no ba yongu mare sak kusha de rajingi ene be sangmarai de yore oda ngar gyagala ina ene be tip kinaza tende yondigala eni sak kushine nyesu yore tindi yondigala Tramse de lu tere tere oda dus chide sakusha de ya tip sila shira phendo chinchire.
And one can if there is a grass, it's called kusha, it's the name of the grass, and if that grass is available, then you can collect those and leave it underneath your meditation cushion. Facing the top, in the center, you can leave that, as many as you want. That grass is considered, have positive effects on removing impurities and obstructions for your meditation.
Oda di gal tadung zaramba gomde otela zaramba jagi ina. 세싱야라 펜더 요레스 자람바진이 치망부아레 치망부 요바데 갈 세라니 베 싱야라 텐디기 텐델디기 요레스 되지드갈라 자람바자 동네 야버레스
자람바를 갈라고 in English. There is another also sort of herbal grass. The Tibetan name is ramba. I don't know the English translation. And that grass has lots of knots, and it is considered that it's an auspicious sign. It is considered that having this, grass underneath one's meditation cushion will have, positive effects on your, life period, have a longer life period.
세상 아주 가게 세마시나 이진에 뚝뚝마로 와서 텐디기 세신야 대답에 텐데줄라 자람바자고 그랬어. 어다 텐디 인도가라다 에 디가라 이네데 바기 직 템보 용야게 천제래. 다 텔라 가르잖아. 담고om데 어텔라 사가르소 야 누 가리나 누스치네 용중 예거지티 그랬어. 디 용중 예거데 도시 야담 충거랬어. 야담데 가르잖아. 다 직 다가랑 잡아 있나? 아니베 나기 파기 직 세마르 되어래. 대강랑 곰나 직 맞아 니바용 거래. 보다 디기 쳐들라 되존이지. 아니 찹존이지라 도시 갸담 예거더래. 연거더 말해. 예거더 자나 아니베 띵진 템보두비가 지 중거래스.
And on the ground, underneath your cushion, the practitioner also used to write the image of swastika, and that swastika is the shape is as clockwise, facing a clockwise, and that swastika is to represent. In the tantric practices, they use cross, vajra. That symbolizes the stability of the practices. So in order to represent cross vajra, here the practitioner used the swastika image written under one's cushion.
Ngagi pecha khasina doji gyatam tize de yorete di doji gyatam seyade tanda di karsa yungdung yegorda kogor mado doji gyatam rang tiyo mares doji gyatam tiyo ne ini be ngagi phagi tamsigi zelam gombe nyeba yongor ti menga bebare sumutus lamazo.
In the tantric text, you will find that you will find that practitioner should use the cross vajra underneath one's cushion, but it doesn't mean vajra itself. It refers to the images of swastika. Otherwise, if you use the image of vajra itself, then you will be kind of accumulating the downfallment of negative practice of tantric images or symbol. So this is considered as a hidden message here, not saying directly.
Oda tindigi ta chik tendigangla ranchibu tingin tungi gom yan samle dengin jina ranchibu marno china rangi lama de sa chambu shibti gore tingin tube kabla rangi gomden de gangla rangi lama ina ju chau mar ju chu gi mar kachete shi gore te shidagi nenga chambu res.
And that it is also considered that in the text it says that when you do the practice of this meditation, single-pointed meditation, your teacher is considered as sacred, but at that time you should be using cushion just for yourself. You shouldn't be letting even your spiritual teacher to sit on that, and it has a big reason behind this.
Kalsa rangi denti gangla rangi ta jini de tugu goras. Tendi indugala mi jenta ta achangchang rangi lama ina ju chogu mare se te kache she indugala denti gangla ta chik zabzab choga de kechimbu do as. Ene ngarang zo da yundu chik mi chi di page ogumden gangla mi jenta ta zon de chocho de tendi chik yo mare se. Te pen norgo ares. Pe zabzab chogores. Because that cushion is specifically meant to your meditation, your practice of calm abiding, or single point of meditation. So one should be careful. And generally, it is also good if you use meditational cushion of yours just for yourself and not letting other used it. Ta chhe ya dindi kabla ina ta ko 최den데 미순데나 단디거레스 소소 곰야게 된데 줄두페 미수카네 자 깨첨버레스.
But for the general teaching of Dharma, it's okay. You can exchange the cushion. But for strictly for meditation, it is better to use just for yourself.
어다 딘디 춘제네 답에 직 잡잡제네 내가 제베이나 다 당보에네 베 tumbiinane seya de tandapardo sheya de teresi oda di dizotabe chuni tumba najin ji jin jegugor jenade koi yabucha gresi.
So if you look closely, we can see how detailed the text tells us about the facilities and the factors and conditions needed for this kind of meditation. So for the practitioner, it is very important to be aware of, even the smallest things that is needed.
Oda nibade doba chunga sinderes. Deji tangbode tsares ta tumbi yena nibasindi deji tsaraches. De nibade ta doba chunga singinde chadeyores.
So we finish, briefly about the first qualifications of the suitable place. Now the second is the less desire.
Tan doba chunga sindi oni chik susu diji nyamlen chetubi na kari kebar yorjana doba chesona semla deki umare semla pe minsibi kaletegri phagi de mara di mara tape tonda mesa pe semla dungal mangboji gore doba chunju je jena ini semla deki cheyo oda zegoe tsul dang soji ani chik ze zangbola chik chaba maimba ze kare ji rasona susu lule thoya ze rasona zangin kaje me chi 자투문지 고와래 오다 자와 간디지나 아니 배 덴데라 아니 배 너바 침부지기 엄마라 너바 충충제 거래 세수거래 오다 디지게 침부지 하고 거래 오다 디 너바 침부제 와이나 띵진 두야기 고가브라게 말 곧 배나 배샤드지 차잖아 당보 롤 피니지 마라 깔래 거래 피니리다한테 니조 삼 거래 니데니 뱅구 dollar chi di choose chi de yaz tong tini thichana tadum pe dobakhan ya mara pe tega plastic bernal rubber bernal da pe thalalu de chibi kyare ko cheru ko mel de cheru ndo dobakhan me ke chagora oda tin digala doba chung de pe dang so sam dang ko da ke chimbare so ko
less desire here if you have less desire, then it gives you more chance to practice meditation. And more desire, you can say more suffering. So here, less desire refers to not desiring for very delicious food, food which is good for your health, and then enough, not too many. Otherwise, if you let your desire, free, then it will go kind of unlimited. Say first, if you want just a penny, then you will feel like you need two. Then you will feel that $1, then 10, then 1,000. Then it will go kind of sort of unending because you are not kind of limiting your desire. The desire will go unlimited way, and that doesn't give allow you to practice here the meditation.
Padati muni ridos arazuta diva yeni dollar billion zabotendi na semna dikete mindo laba ser chuzo jitayadu eni tate tade gala tadu chikkaje digala tape tadu pe sogendi zundi 지금도 sen deki chedoa benjur kasu gebaina semi deki tala pingmindo tadu dik be phagi taru sola ninga legdo deki tila yugi tondala ni sondorya kaso yodo tati chedam cheke malene tingting madukenjina du mogukenjina ko nguyeni surido deki de oda deki de samlo yang yang to tangko de ke chimchago.
And you can see, very rich people like billionaires, but it is not necessary that they are always happy. External life, they looks happy, like golden watch, all nice clothes, but it's very hard to have peace of mind, good happy life. So this kind of expecting happiness, complete happiness from external material is not appropriate, right? So for this here, we don't need to be believer in the faith or religion. Without any belief in the faith, we can understand this.
Oda doba chua sede tenni jik phagi chogo da tenni gugu amar sede te koyu amares kanje chogo dang soji suse ne ache dunga tu telipe tape yarge tangege tenni nabate chungyo amares se legalbe jik jeje do te moa se gores.
Less desire here refers to having whatever you needed, just simply enough of what you needed, not kind of beyond what is needed.
The kitchen does a lagado. Benjur Shidi Kaya Yomarse. The way is Rua. They told the tongue to the Karjani, Mazupe, Sadogeni, Dichigore. Shigala Tonu Pendula Chani, Shiala Kangal take it, the Kalayores, Yingayores.
And
Christian to the Lagado, 예, 아메리카 일미트서 가시기.
So other faith like Christian also, says that when we die, we have to just die alone. It doesn't matter how much wealth you accumulated, you can't carry even a single penny. So one has to die once alone. And in fact, if you don't know how to deal with it, it might cause more difficulties, suffering than helping you.
어떤 두스레스. 다 숨바 초시바스. 저건 응원 섬기 초시바스다. 제다 queto 소소라다 소 당소지 데니베 체뚱아도 데리 마와 미어데 다 초시바데 개침으로 초시바데 이나 코 세메데키디 체요 초 마시나 세메데키디 요마레 디베 둥알디 체로 차고 어다 되기 다 코니 다본다바 차고레스
Third quality of the suitable place is sense of contentment. This is more or less similar to the second one, less desire. One should practice contentment towards, meal, clothing, whatever is needed. Not, try to accumulate more than what is needed. And the more sense of contentment, the more happiness you will have.
양 초시바즈데 가시 양배 주체 시부 인도도 저거 둘러서 잡레체니 칼라도서 디디제 데까지 시기와 말 데라고 말했어 둘러 하기 바지기 타니마다 할비 직부 배 유추 배 유장부터 내고야요 말 할비 바기 잡레 미기 찰리 게베더니 건기와 말 둘러때 배곧이 리조지 인짐지고 구하랬어
And here, sense of contentment doesn't necessarily mean that you have to live, sort of extremely poor. You can have a moderate, life, like both meal and clothing. Shouldn't be extremely, expensive or nice. At the same time, shouldn't be extremely, poor or so. Kind of practicing a middle path.
다 지바데 딘디 애니베 마주이나 가르잖아 다 직하게 뇌라 차데 아니 직 제너 코나 베 잘라 코란데 베 뇌은 코나 수야라 바기 니제네 애니베 수마투베 따가랑게만도 띵진 주기야라 누구야래 배 더바 첨부치바이나 보다 텐디 인더라 더바 초시바데 깨첨부레스 초시바데 주나 띵진 주기야라 팽기레스 순거래 아주 돈다데 셈 낭두디니 셈 찌주디 내야 탑시데 때리 보다 띵임발라 보다 뇌라니 배 파기 마차지네 뇌네니 배 패디 마다지네 제과데 깨첨부레스 순거레스
If you have a more desire, if you don't practice sense of contentment, then what will happen here is that your whole life will be, indulged in, activities of accumulating, material wealth, the external wealth, which is kind of unending, and your mind and your life will be always kind of unable to accumulate, what is needed. So that, of course, you can see here, won't give you chance to practice, single-pointed or training one's mind or controlling of one's mind.
어떤 지바 자와 몸에 늘지 방 와서 돼 텐디지레스 자와 망볼라 아니베 직 하기 니제바이나 에 콜레다데 주저이 기니 메서레 다티 배 자와 망보지 자메나 디 주디 지지고 지지데 요한데네 니베 자와 소야요 말 텐디 인디가라 바기 자와 망베 늘지 방네 니베 디 제과데 게 첨보레스 순거라스
This one is actually the fourth one, avoiding unending chores or activities and mundane activities. Because, unending chores and mundane activities here refers to what we do, accumulating of wealth and material. this is unending, because once you start it, if you don't, satisfy of yourself a sense of contentment, then it will just go continuously. You feel like you need more than what is needed, and more, and it will kind of, take your entire life. So we'll stop here for today, and take. For next Sunday, we will go to second two. We'll take a break, and then after that, question answer session.